The future of living has come to Warsaw. 15 floors, 3,000 apartments, most of them tiny and narrow hallways, but some Poles are making palaces of them.
Hello and welcome to my micro apartment in Warsaw. First, you come into the entrance foyer, which doubles as a living space. Then the kitchenette with everything I need.
It looks like Louis XIV, but we're in the home of Artur I. The clearest difference to Versailles is that Artur resides in just 18 square meters. But he too attaches great importance to pomp and splendor.
Every centimeter counts. The bathroom has sliding doors, which make the usable space larger, and on top of that, much more glamorous.
There are videos of even smaller apartments on the web, as if they're trying to break the record for the smallest. Minimalist living is the current real estate hype in the Polish metropolis. Apartment towers as close as possible to the city center, popularly known as Little Hong Kong or Chinatown. Tomasz Olszewski is an architect at a Warsaw university and sees minimalism as the way of the future.
When you consider how much you actually need to survive, to sleep, you may come to the conclusion that you don't have to have a huge apartment.
Artur Sagajewski would agree. The botanist has traveled extensively, and now his mini apartment is home.
An apartment like this is quite enough for me. I've always been something of a recluse, so it's enough for me to retreat to this enclave of peace and calm.
Along with a few hundred neighbors in the residential tower. How are they faring here? We want to ask them, trying at dozens of apartment doors on almost all floors. But no one wants to talk to us on camera. No wonder, because there's a major catch with the micro apartments. They're illegal.
An apartment must be at least 25 square meters in size.
Adrian Wazowski knows what he's talking about. He's a credit advisor in Warsaw's banking district. Micro apartments are booming, even though the apartments are much smaller than is allowed. And that's the trick.
When developers build space below that minimum area, they're not counted as apartments, but as commercial spaces, service units.
They're attractive for investors, who buy the properties and rent them out by the thousands. In the elevator, they're officially listed as offices, allowing them to bypass building regulations. It supports the trend for apartments being rented cheaply and short-term. That's still the exception for Poland, where almost 90% of people own their homes.
You don't have to have it on your own. You don't have to have it for your life. You can rent it. You can have it here, and the next year you can have it elsewhere. You can be today in Warsaw, tomorrow in Munich, and 2 years from now you can be in Hong Kong or Dubai.
Artur I has settled into his mini Versailles for the long term. He's not planning to move out of his 18 square meters anytime soon.
I haven't had a housewarming party here yet because it's not all finished, but I'll invite friends and have a nice evening.
We haven't spotted a bed though, and he doesn't want to show it to us.
Well, it's a bit messy. It's a classic sofa bed, so I fold it out and sleep here.
But first, every evening he takes in the view from his micro apartments over the booming city of Warsaw.